What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. First of all, again, what the hell are the writers doing with Maxie? I just feel like Maxie is just there. That's how I feel about her nowadays. I mean, it used to be a time where Maxie had storylines. Now it just feels like Maxie is like a plant. Like, you know what I mean? She's just there. Like, there's nothing going on with her. She's insinuating herself into everybody else's business. See, this is part of the reason that Dominic Zaprania left the show, because what they're doing to Maxie is pretty much what they did with Dante. Like, he was just there. You know what I'm saying? He always plays second fiddle to everybody else. Never had a story of his own. Maxie is going into that territory as well. You know what I'm saying? Hers is a little different because unlike Dante, Maxie's just butting into everybody else's business, unlike Dante. You know what I mean? And I feel like they just don't know what to do with Maxie at this point. And like I said, she's a legacy character. She's been on the canvas for a long time now. It's plenty that they can do with Maxie. They're just choosing not to do it because they rather focus on other things. Instead of resolving some of these storylines and giving Maxie a new one, you know, it's just a little ridiculous to me. You know, because I feel like the character of Maxie deserves better. I feel like the actress deserves better. Having her run around Peter and be all up under Peter's ass all day, that's not what the Maxie character does. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when she was with Nathan, she wasn't all up under Nathan all day, every day. You know what I mean? Like, never. She had her own things going on. She was doing her own thing. I just hate that they have her so, you know, part of the fabric that is Peter. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's always under Peter all the time, and it's a little annoying. It's like she is her own person. Let her be her own person. Even though what Peter said was actually true about Jax, that Jax is up to something, it kind of annoys me how Peter thinks that he is, you know, the knower of all things. Like, yesterday, he thought he knew everything about Dante. He was preaching about Dante this, Dante that, like he knows Dante so well. Now he's doing the same thing about Jax. It's rather annoying. Like, how do you think that you're an expert on all these people when you know nothing about them? I mean, like I said, he was right about Jax. I mean, Jax is up to something. But I don't think it's what he think it is. I don't think Jax is trying to sabotage Crimson in any way, shape, or form. Hell, I don't even think he's trying to sabotage Nina. I do think that he came there with the specific purpose of getting close to Nina to get to Valentine. That was his ace. You know what I'm saying? But Peter just annoys me because he thinks he knows everything. And I just wish that they would do something better with Maxie, because she literally has nothing going on. So anyway, speaking of Jax, Valentine has come up with this little plan of his to drop some truth serum in Jax's drink to get him to, you know, tell the truth about what he's doing in Port Charles, the truth about Cassandra, if he's working with her or not. You know, he just wants to know some truth. So, of course, he wants the truth serum. Nina, of course, is not a fan of it. Like, she don't want to do it. She don't want no parts. I'm wondering, though, what the hell is Hayden and Jax up to? Because before they left the hotel room, the plan is for them to go to dinner. Hayden is supposed to say, oh, I got to use the bathroom. And while she snoops around, she's supposed to be looking for something. Because Jax is sure that whatever it is they're looking for is at Windermere. What the hell are y'all looking for? What's supposed to be at Windermere that you need? What? I'm curious. Like, what the hell is the big mystery? Because all this time that has passed since Valentine took over Windermere, what is supposed to be there that was there before Valentine got there that they need? Like, what? I'm curious now. I'm interested, because it better be something major too. Because what could they possibly be looking for? Maybe something Nicholas maybe have left behind when he lived there. I don't know, but I'm itching to find out what the hell it is, because they got me curious now. I'm intrigued. Valentine and this little stupid ass plan of his, which I don't think is obviously going to work. We already know it's not going to work. Of course, Finn was there to update him and Nina that Cassandra was seen in Italy and stuff like that with some random mysterious guy. And you know Valentine probably gonna think that it's Jax. Here's how we know it's not Jax. When she was seen, when she was spotted, Jax was in Port Charles, so it can't be Jax. Furthermore, the WSB said that they couldn't make out the person. I'm pretty sure they know what Jax looks like because of Jerry. The WSB been hunting Jerry for years, so I know they know what Jax look like. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that eliminates Jax. We already know whoever is helping Cassandra is a Cassadine. That we do know. Question is it an old Cassadine, a new Cassadine? Who is it? That's the question. That's the $1 billion question. So, of course, a storm is happening in Port Charles right now. This is somewhat clever on the writer's part because I see through what they're trying to do. So, he put the truth serum in one of the drinks. He put it in a drink that he wanted Jax to have. He wanted to make sure Jax had it. But, of course, Finn came back to the house. So, Valentine had opened the door. So they all just randomly grabbed the glass. But I noticed that the glass that Jax initially grabbed had the truth serum in it. But I noticed how his hand swooped around with that glass and he handed it to Hayden. He gave Hayden the truth serum. But it's kind of clever on the writer's part because I knew Jax wasn't going to drink that drink with the serum in it. Even though he didn't know that it was in there. But I knew he wasn't going to get that glass. And the way his hand swooped around, I knew he handed it to Hayden. So their plan is to have Hayden drink the truth serum. She's going to bump into Finn because Finn had to come back to the house because of the storm, so he can't leave Windermere. That way, Hayden will have to spill all the tea about her baby, about their baby and stuff like that. She's going to have to tell him the truth about everything. Because the thing about a truth serum is when you drink a truth serum or you get injected with a truth serum, you cannot stop telling them the truth. Like your mouth is just going a mile a minute. You cannot stop telling the truth. Any question they ask you, you got to tell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't help it. So she's going to blurt out a lot. I didn't think that the truth about the baby and stuff would come out in this manner. And we still don't know if it actually will. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what she's going to be honest about. Maybe her love for Finn, you know, who knows. But I don't think it's going to be this easy to get the truth out of her, though. Because it seems a little too easy. You know what I'm saying? To find out about the baby and stuff like that. It seemed too easy. Because knowing these writers, they like to drag everything out. So it seemed a little uncomplicated. You know what I'm saying? We know the writers like complicated. So I don't know. But it's fun to watch. Valentine was pissed because he told Nina, do not start drinking without me. Because he had a plan to make sure Jax ended up with that drink. And now the plan was just shot to hell now. If I had to guess, the person, because Hayden was startled by somebody who ran up on her. So if I had to guess, it was probably Liesl that, you know, ran up on her when she was trying to snoop around Windermere and stuff like that. It was probably Liesl, more than likely. But it was interesting. I can't wait to see how the rest of this dinner party going to turn out. Because it definitely looked like it's going to be fun. So anyway, speaking of fun, Michael and Sasha are in Puerto Rico. I guess on Sunny's Island or whatever. And of course, Sasha bumps into Cassandra. And Cassandra was pretending like she's some big fan of Crimson and Nina. And Sasha was sitting right there spilling all the tea. Letting Cassandra, you know, letting her know that, oh, she's Nina's daughter and yada, yada, yada. I was like, Cassandra, mute yourself. You're telling this stranger too much of your business. Keep quiet. That's how you know this is a TV show. Because the one thing that we do when we're on the street, I've had strangers walk up to me, or I would be sitting there and a stranger will sit down and we'd get to talking. One thing I never do with a stranger is tell my business. You know, about who my mama is and who this and who that. You don't tell that to no stranger that you just met. Are you insane? And Sasha was just telling all the business. Like, just all of it. And of course, Cassandra got even more intrigued when she came across Michael and he revealed that, oh, he's Michael Corinthos. And she was all giddy. She was like, oh, Sonny. She said, so you know Sonny. I was like, she was so giddy. This heifer has a gun in her bag that she looked like she was about to pull out. I'm like, Cassandra, please tell me you are not about to shoot Michael and Sasha in a crowded place. Please tell me you're not, because you don't want those type of problems. I'm just saying. I am super happy that Cassandra's back. I really am. I was always hoping that she would have been a long lost Cassadine or something like that. I was always hoping for that because I love me some Cassandra. She reminds me like of a younger version of Helena in a way. Like when I see Cassandra, I think of Helena. Like she reminds me so much of her. It's gonna be a hot mess though when she reveals herself, because God only knows what she and that Cassadine are up to. Like who knows? It just seemed like everybody plotting at this point. So anyway, my favorite scene of this episode had to be Diane and Alexis. My favorite scene. Diane, I love her friendship with Alexis. Like, she be telling Alexis like it is. And I love it. She don't sugarcoat nothing. She tells Alexis, she gets straight to the point. Because she was basically telling Alexis, like, stop kidding yourself and go get with Neil. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious that she likes him. And he obviously feels some type of way about her. But I like that Neil is professional. Like, I really do like the fact that Neil is professional. He's not trying to, you know, cross that line with a patient and stuff like that. But Diane was letting Alexis know, like, first of all, you need to find a new doctor so that way you could date him. Because, like, it was so funny because when she was talking about his daughter and stuff like that, Diane was like, how the hell did he find out? She was like, I may have mentioned it or whatever. She was like, you know damn well you did that on purpose. Because she told Alexis, and it was hilarious because she told Alexis that she needed to learn how to mute herself. I said, for real? Like, Alexis talked way too much. And it was so funny because Alexis talking about, oh, she don't need no man. She may never need a man. Diane busted out laughing because she knew that was some bullshit. She was like, now I know you lying not only to me, but you're lying to yourself. You need to stop them lies. Like, she could see right through Alexis and her BS. Like, right through it. Like, Diane was not here for it. I feel bad for Neil because it do seem like everybody all up in his business, like Sonny and stuff like that. Even Sonny did his research on Neil and found out about his daughter and stuff. You know, everybody just all up in that man's business. They all up in his Kool-Aid. And I don't blame him for being a little, you know, bothered by it and, you know, being a little upset about it because his private life is just that, private. You know, I understand where Sonny's coming from in terms of, you know, making sure that what happened to Christina never becomes public consumption, you know, never becomes gossip because, you know, his enemies, he don't want them to find out about it. You know, I could totally understand that, but I felt offended a little bit because even though he doesn't know Neil that well, he should know him well enough to know that Neil is not that type of guy to, you know, use his patients for profit. You know what I mean? Like to come out with, you know, use their tragedies to sell a book and stuff like that. He doesn't strike me as that kind of guy. You know, and Neil made it very clear, like, he's not that type of guy. You know, he's just genuinely trying to help his patients. And I believe that. I did like the scene, though, where him and Alexis got trapped in the elevator. That was my favorite part because you already know they about to sit up in that elevator and you already know it's about to get a little hot and bothered in there and it's about to get steamy. Like, I could tell something gonna go down or might go down in that elevator. That's obvious. And I'm here for it. It's about time Alexis got her groove back. It's about time. Alexis is one of those characters that has the most droughts on this show. And what I mean by droughts is sexually, it's like she can go a long time without getting some. That's why Diane was busting out laughing. She was like, you need to just stop playing these games. Own up to your shit. Tell Neil how you feel and go get your back cracked. Like, you can sit there and bullshit yourself and bullshit all these other people, but you're not going to bullshit Diane. Like, that's one thing you're not going to do. Like, Diane, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Diane know you. She's been knowing you for well over 10 years now. She know when you're lying. And she know when you're kidding yourself. And you're kidding yourself at this point. Like, you might as well go ahead and be honest and go get you some. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got needs. And that's so funny because Alexis sit there like all proper. Like, oh, I don't need nobody. I don't need this. I don't. Shut up, Alexis. You know you lying. Like, she knows she lying. Like, you need to cut that shit out. So anyway, moving on from that, Shiloh. So now we find out who the doctor is that he's going to have perform this little procedure. It's, of course, Dr. Cabot, the same doctor who started this memory mapping procedure all those years ago when he did it on Alex and Anna Devane. So, of course, he's the shady doctor that's going to do it. And he was wondering how come Shiloh didn't go to Maddox. I figured that much. I figured as much because Dr. Maddox is not going to work with somebody like Shiloh, especially under the radar. Like, he's not going to do nothing shady. And that's why Shiloh didn't want to go to him, because he needed a shady doctor that wasn't going to ask no questions, that, you know, pretty much is into that shady shit. So that's what he needs. Somebody that's not going to question him and, you know, blase. So, I was like, Shiloh just never quit, because that flash drive is the only card that he got left to play. And that's what Jason and everybody realized. Because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Shiloh took the damn flash drive. I mean, Drew and Jason both bumped into him in the same day. He was overly confident. He seemed way more cocky than normal. And now all of a sudden, Drew's office get broke into. His safe gets vandalized. And the only thing that's missing is that flash drive. Obviously, Shiloh took it. And it didn't take them all that long to figure that out. The question is, they're trying to figure out, what does he plan on doing with that flash drive? Destroying it? What does he plan on doing? What they don't know is that his plan is way more complicated and sinister than they realize. He wants Dr. Cabot to put Drew's old memories into Jason. What type of fuckery is this? Like, the foolishness. Only on a soap can you get this type of shit. I wish we could do some shit like this in real life. I'm just saying. Like, my memories going into my sister, or my memories going into my brother. You know, some foo-foo shit like that. If you would have told me something like that was possible in real life, I would kick my own ass. I'm just saying, I would. Like, Jason and Drew need to team up and whoop his ass. Like, I'm tired of the foolishness now. It's time. Like, beat his ass. We already know he can't fight. So it's time to, you know, put him down. Even though Shiloh is entertaining, I will give him that. He comes up with the most bizarre plots, you know. Shiloh is one of those enemies. I know some people don't consider him a villain, but, you know, it depends. But he's one of those type of people. You can't count, you know, you can't just keep, he's never down for the count. You can't keep him down. He finds some way to come back. Some way. Every time he gets knocked down. And in a weird way, you have to kind of admire a person like that, who got some gusto like that, who never, even when their back is up against the wall, they're backed into a corner, they know how to come out swinging. And that's Shiloh. As much as I can't stand him sometimes, I do respect the hustle. I respect his resilience. Like, he's a resilient bastard. I respect it. You have no choice but to respect that. You know, he's that type of person. You can't keep him down. Respect it. I'm pretty sure, though, I don't think he's going to pull this off, though. I don't think he will. Now, how he's going to get Jason on that operating table, I don't know. How does he plan on getting all this medical equipment? Because he told Dr. Cabot that he was going to get all the equipment that Dr. Cabot needs. How you plan on getting this equipment? What, you going to steal it? Because you ain't got no coins. You ain't got no type of money. You ain't got nothing. So how you going to get it? You going to sneak into an exam room at the hospital? Like, how you plan on doing this? Anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about today's episode. I will see y'all all later. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.